This is News 10 at 5.
Good evening, I'm Carmine Jamay. Thank you for joining us. After a several-hour-long standoff last night, police were able to arrest attempted murder suspect Benjamin Obadiah Foster. Then he died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Tonight, we have team coverage and new details on everything that's happened. News 10's Ambar Rodriguez is live right there in Grants Pass after speaking to some of the neighbors about what they saw right next to the scene. But first, Tyler Meyerly is live in our news center after going to this afternoon's press briefing on that standoff and explains what we know now.
Yeah, Carmine, law enforcement officials involved in the week-long manhunt for Benjamin Foster clarifying some of those details about exactly what happened in the final moments of the hours-long standoff. And now we're finding new details about what could have happened in just the last few days.
We received a tip from a local cab company that a male requested a ride from Sunny Valley Loop.
That's the area police had arrested a woman on Thursday for hindering and where they ultimately lost Foster in the densely wooded neighborhood. Officials say once Foster was dropped off in Grants Pass, he returned to the home where he assaulted the victim a week earlier, something he did following a similar assault in 2019.
Knowing that information, was it ever a consideration to have one of your officers outside of the victim's home in case he did the same thing?
Yeah, absolutely, it was a consideration. In fact, one of our officers immediately that night took it upon himself to go over to that facility. The reality, too, is that we don't have enough people to staff a location for a protracted period of time.
Following the standoff, confusion between the agencies and outlets on what the status of Foster actually was.
We anticipated a gunfight at the end, and that's not what happened. At the end, throughout this entire process, Foster took his own life with what appears to be a single gunshot wound to the head with a .45 caliber weapon.
Officials then had to cut through the floorboards to retrieve him and found Foster was still breathing. Once they arrived to the hospital, he was then pronounced dead. But details now emerging on what could have happened within the hours between Monday and Tuesday morning. A double homicide on Sunny Valley Loop, the victims suffering from blunt force trauma.
At this point, we do believe Benjamin Foster is the suspect of that double homicide.
Now, officials are still currently investigating that double homicide that occurred on Sunny Valley Loop in Wolf Creek. We still don't know what exactly, if any, the relationship between Foster and those two were. We should be finding out those details in the coming days.
Thank you, Tyler. And continuing our team coverage, News 10's Ambar Rodriguez live in Grants Pass, where Foster was eventually removed from underneath that home, the same home where he was suspected of committing the attempted murder. Ambar, you spoke to some of those neighbors about the very scary situation. What did they say about the standoff happening so close to their own home?
Well, Carmine, I'm telling you, residents in this community are grateful. They say they have been keeping a close eye on the search for Benjamin Foster, and they just say they are extremely grateful to all of the officers for risking their life and finding Foster. Earlier today, I did speak with John Bistel, who's actually a Wolf Creek resident and the owner of a cleaning service. He told me earlier today that he's been especially keeping a close eye on the search for Foster, especially after Tina Marie Jones was found helping Foster hide from officers, and she was arrested again last week in Wolf Creek. Well, Bistel says that was just down the street from his house. He also said he is also the owner of a Loco Serve Pro, which is a company that specializes in cleaning up and restoration. Coincidentally, his company was hired to clean up the home where the crime and the standoff occurred.
Sheriffs, they did a fantastic job tracking this guy down and putting an end to this, because a lot of people were pretty freaked out. He also was pretty close to where I live, so everyone's been really tracking and watching this pretty closely. So it's been pretty scary for everyone.
He isn't the only one who is thankful for the search is over. Grants Pass resident Anthony Duckett, who lives just down the street from where it all happened, has been following the search for Foster closely. Duckett says as a grandfather who has granddaughters under his roof, his whole family has been on the lookout, and he even told his high school grandkids not to walk around the neighborhood.
It's a pretty scary thing to know that, you know, he would come back to this same area, you know, and after what he's done, you know, and to be back in the same house, and, you know, God knows, you know, what can happen. You know, the guy was dangerous.
Both men shared their gratitude to local law enforcement officers and everyone who helped them track Foster down and ultimately put an end to this. Both men also told me they hope the victim, who has suffered a tragic incident because of this, is still struggling. They said that they hope that she does recover after this ordeal.